So, state your name and who you work for.
I'm Rocky Lhotka, and I work for Magenic.
And you are doing two talks today on Sunday, right?
I am doing two talks.
Okay, and what are they on?
CSLA 4 with Silverlight and CSLA 4 with ASP MVC.
No WPF. I'm not feeling...
Well, I would have done more talks, but Jason wouldn't let me.
Oh, jeez. CSLA for W Phone 7. You should have... Actually, that's a good point, because you're
I
close,
probably should have
aren't you?
done the Phone 7 one,
Yeah.
because it's awfully close.
Because now you can actually show you could unit test your code, and Jeff Brand could actually learn something, right?
Maybe next week.
Oh, no. Okay.
This week we still got this situation where our unit tests crash Visual Studio. So,
Well, that's disconcerting.
isn't it? It makes it really hard to even figure out which test has the flaw. And actually, the test doesn't have a flaw. It's the Visual Studio debugger, from what we can tell. So
Wow. I'd like to look at that later just to see what...
Because the test, if you run it detached from Visual Studio, then everything runs.
Okay.
And all the way through. Some of the tests fail, but they don't like completely blow up.
Right, right.
But if the debugger is attached, then life is not good. So
Wow.
we're
Okay.
working on that.
Okay. Well, you should never debug your unit tests. They just,
I guess that's
They all
the
pass,
thing, isn't
right?
it? That's
yeah. We're trying to get Jeff on, on the habit of unit testing. We're slowly getting in there.
So yeah, we've Justin and Chase and I've been working on getting unit driven, which is our Silverlight tester for CSLA, working on the phone, and it does. It's interesting trying to fit everything into that little screen.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah. So.
But the and getting the test results back out is a particular challenge, because the phone, there's no way to communicate from the phone back to the caller.
Oh, okay.
So right now it's actually kind of a hack. Justin put a button on there. You click the button, it breaks the debugger, and then you can go into the locals window and copy out the. He dumps all of the test results into a variable, so you can copy out. It's terrible.
Wow.
But it's because it's the phone, right? I mean, it's actually emulating a real device. And how would you get something off from a phone?
Yeah, that's. I see. The thing that I've always wondered, because I know you did this for Silverlight and for phone now, is, well, if you're just doing non-visual stuff, why do you need to actually have this unit-driven thing? If all I'm trying to do is just test the code that I'm going to have on the phone, but I don't necessarily, have it be part of the visual aspect of the phone. Why do I have to have the test runner on the phone itself?
Well, you need to run it in the phone's environment.
Okay.
And right now there's no way to host the phone operating system outside of the phone.
Okay.
And actually that's true of Silverlight. Although I think it's a little less true of Silverlight 4. This is my understanding that there are some ways to host Silverlight outside of Silverlight, if that makes any sense.
Kind of, yeah.
But there wasn't. With Silverlight 2 and 3, certainly there was no way to do it. And your unit tests...
Excuse me.
I guess it depends on what you're trying to test. If you're just trying to test my code, then I don't need any of these, because the unit tests are the same as on .NET. But that's not really valid, because there are runtime differences